Hello, my loves. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new here, my name is Amanda and this is Love All Beauty. I'm really super excited about today's video because we are doing a Simpsons inspired eyeshadow look today. If that sounds like something you're interested in watching, then just keep it right here. You can subscribe to this channel. You can ring the notification bell if you're interested in doing that. If at any time during this video you're liking what you're seeing, then go ahead and give me a thumbs up. It would be greatly appreciated. You can also find me on social media, Instagram and Twitter. Let's go ahead and jump right into this look. Oh! Yay! All right, I'm so excited to get started on this video. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the palette that we're gonna be working with. Look at that, so beautiful. All of those shades. All the names are kind of funny, obviously all having to do with The Simpsons and the Treehouse of Horror. So for today's video, I thought we would start off creating the iconic Simpsons donut look, or the Homer donut, which is just a pink glazed donut with the rainbow sprinkles on it. So I kind of want to translate that into a very wearable eye look, something that you can do for fun, maybe for Halloween or just every day. I mean, why not? Let's go ahead and get started. So I already primed my eyes with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. In this palette, they already have some pink donut shades. There's a shade in here that's kind of like a mauve-ish pink color that's called Colossal Donut. And then they also have a brighter pink shade that's called Raining Donuts. So we have some options here. And of course there are colors that I can use to create our sprinkles. So we're gonna go ahead and lay down a kind of transition shadow, act as the cake donut part. So there is a shade in here called Happy Thoughts. So I'm gonna go ahead and just dip into that with my blending brush and tap off the excess here, and then I'm just gonna start blending that into the crease. I should bring you guys in just a smidgen more here. The shade's looking a little more pinky than I want. There's another shade in here called Ghoul that I'm gonna go ahead and dip into and maybe just go over that. I don't want the look to be too pink just yet. Just gonna go back and forth in the crease with that windshield wiper motion. There's also a brown shade in here called Bad Dream House. So we're gonna use that to just kind of deepen everything up. I don't know about you, but The Simpsons is a big deal in my house. My husband freaking loves The Simpsons. He's been watching it since he was a kid. I mean, I feel like The Simpsons has been on for about a century. It's just a classic TV show. I'm usually not too big into like the adult animation world, but to me The Simpsons is a classic. I do love the animation style. I love all the colors they use and everything. So we usually watch The Simpsons, and I don't mind watching Family Guy either, but I kind of draw the line there. Not really big into any of the other ones. So we don't have to get this too terribly perfect just because we are going to be covering the eyelid. I just kind of wanted to really get that nice kind of dough bread color, I guess. And you can kind of carry this out or drag this out as far as you want to go. Like if you want to have kind of a winged eye, then you can kind of use your brush to aim that shadow upwards towards the tail of your brow. The key is just kind of constant blending, and I know that this is kind of the annoying part of doing eye makeup because it just takes a while. It's just a lot of patience to do this portion. especially with palettes like this that contain so many bright shades. And I think people who aren't experienced with eyeshadows, you know, they look at these shades and they think like, what the heck, like, how am I going to create a look with that? It looks overwhelming. But a lot of times what's nice is these palettes do contain a lot of the neutral shades, so you can kind of help tone down any of these brighter shades with these neutrals that they've put in here, which is really nice. Okay, so now that we have kind of the bread portion or the dough portion of the donut laid down, I'm going to go ahead and move into the eyelid where we're going to be using all of our fun pinks. Love that. So I think I'm going to start off with this shade Colossal Donut that has a skull Lisa head put into it. And I'm just going to use this packing brush and just really pack that on the lid here. Not as vibrant as I would like it to be, but that's okay. We will figure it out. Maybe use a different blending brush instead of the packer brush to see if we can kind of help that along a little bit. It's quite a light shade, but that's okay. There's other pinks in here that we're going to be using, so I guess we'll just create the base with this pink first. And then we'll go in with this other bright pink shade in here. It's called Raining Donuts. Wouldn't that be amazing? Go ahead and tap that onto this lid too. Then what I'm going to do is take that same blending brush that we were using earlier, and I'm going to dip into that lighter brown shade Ghoul, and I'm just going to go along this outer edge here and just kind of blend those two together. There's another neon pink shade in here called Trick or Treat, and I'm just packing that on the lid as well. Take the blending brush, kind of go back and forth. I mean, really you can make this as deep and intense as you want to make it, just because, you know, the shade options are in here, so it's kind of whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you want to do. I'm going to grab another kind of smaller blender and dip into that Trick or Treat shade and just really concentrate that in this inner corner area. All right, then what we're gonna do is I have this mixing liquid called Durline by Inglot. It looks like this. It's basically a liquid that you can use to transform any of your eyeshadows into a liner. So makes it waterproof and like easier to work with if you're wanting to use it as an eyeliner. So what I'm going to do is take this really tiny little liner brush, and I'm going to be creating the sprinkles on my donut. So I'm going to take the liner brush and I'm going to just dip it in a little bit of the Duraline and then into a shade to create my sprinkle. So then what I'm going to do is just create a little sprinkle. And I mean, you can do this however you want. You can do however many sprinkles you want to do. That's the fun. And again, just dot that on there. And oops, kind of messed up on there, but you know, sprinkles aren't exactly perfect. Cool. All right, so this is our donut look, which I think is really cute. I mean, you can kind of make this be as dramatic as you want it to be, and it doesn't have to be perfect or anything like that. You know, I find that when I'm playing around with makeup, oftentimes, you know, that's just where you're having the most fun and not really worrying too much about being precise. But it's a fun way to actually get to use some of the shades in a palette that I might otherwise not use. Cool, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face makeup and then I'll be back and show you guys the finished product. The Simpsons donut look. I'm looking forward to more of these videos where I create Simpsons inspired looks with the Revolution x The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror collection. I hope you guys subscribe, you ring the notification bell, that we're notified every time I upload those videos. Really helps in the algorithm of the YouTubes. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.